Right, rolling.
Hi, my name is Gratson Garlic and I'll be presenting my FMP, well, the idea for my FMP. So, to get it started, for the brief outline, so I'll be doing a kind of, I did a mistake there saying storyline, it's going to be more of a, didn't know what to put for it, not storyline, kind of music video, but
Narrative.
narrative, yeah, something like that. I'll be showing two different aspects of it, such as me miming the song and singing it, and I'll include some self-recorded cinematics as well, that I'll record at some point when I go out or something. Also, this song falls under the hip-hop / rap genre, so I'll talk about the target audience and how this kind of genre fits in with it as well. So my inspiration, so the reason I want to do this because I've already done one of these at the start of the year, but I felt when I was thinking about getting an idea, I felt like I want to do better than I did, so I want to kind of improve on that and use all the skills that, all the skills that I learned over all these past months, and I want to implement them into an even better music video. So all the directing skills, all the editing, all the special effects, which obviously I'll still research, and the editing. So yeah, so obviously because I've done one of these and it received actually really good feedback, but I still wasn't happy with how it turned out. I feel like if I do a better one, then I'll get better feedback, but as me speaking now, it's just an assumption, and obviously I'll see how it turns out and I'll see the feedback at the end of it. So the target audience, I mostly thought about this, and it's going to fit in, combining a hip hop / rap music video and the 21st century teenagers. I reckon it would grab their attention really well, as obviously you can see like teenagers attending different concerts, such as, well, these are from hip hop / rap ones, so you can see that they clearly enjoy themselves. So yeah, so that was my kind of sense of thinking. So combine a really modern music video / plus obviously the genre and this generation's teenagers.
Is it teenagers 13 to 19, is it?
I'd say about 15 to 18. So like just on the brink of adults as well. So for the research, I'll be doing obviously two parts of the research. So the secondary research, I'm going to gather information from, so this is kind of the inspiration bit as well. I'll be gathering some information from other music videos, such as getting the way that they edit it, the way the special effects work in them, what the flow is like as well. So I've included like 3 different artists, which I kind of looked at, and obviously they usually use like 75% of the song of them singing on my minute, and then the other bit is like random videos of the process of maybe the recordings, like behind the scenes videos and stuff like that. So I thought that was a really good idea, well, to show what it's like to record from the perspective of the crew and what it's like through the camera. So it's like 2 different perspectives of what it's like. For my primary research, I'll be diving into the internet and, well, specifically YouTube to research, obviously, the different editing techniques which I mentioned, and special effects, which I can use in my music video to make it better than the last one. Also, I'll be doing some questionnaires and surveys to gather some information from the audience, like what they would expect to see in a specific genre music video. Also, I'll be researching clothes that are stereotypically worn in hip hop or like rap genres. And for this secondary research bit as well, I have got permission from the artist, so I can use his song. I don't know, probably should have included it on there.
As long as you've got that to put in your own research.
Okay, so I'll put it in my evidence. So the brief outline of acts and crew members. So this is not official yet, so the bits that I'll be doing myself are official, but I'll be having a cameraman and a sub-director as well, so obviously all the ideas won't be flowing just from me, so I'll probably get someone more experienced with a music video or filming that can bring in some other ideas, like different camera shots, different camera movements and stuff like that. So I'll probably decide it like by the end of next week of who's going to be doing them parts. So for the visual elements, so the most important bits like camera shots, editing, like costumes and lighting. So obviously these are like 5 camera shots which I mainly thought of myself to use. Obviously I'll still do research on them, as every other part on this list. So the zoom in, the wide shot, the pan shot, the 360 shot and the tracking shot, which are all kind of more physical camera shots. So it involves more camera movement than any of the standard shots. Like the wide shot obviously is a standstill shot, it's just a wide shot of the whole scenery. Apart from that, I choose different shots, so it makes it more interesting for the viewer, so they don't just take their eye off the video and miss something. So that way, if the camera carries on moving, then it still has the attention on the video. Obviously, for the editing, I've only got 2 parts now, but this will follow into the research. I'll be doing some cinematics at every other pause of the song, so between miming or singing. I'll be adding like a cinematic to make it more interesting. Obviously I'll probably followed by different visual colours when the beat occurs, so like at the start of the song it'll probably end up like black and white, and when like harder beat hits it'll change the colour completely. So obviously as well as following the colour changes, so for the cinematics I'll probably use black and white to match in with the dark theme. And the lighting will be artificial, probably used from like a car light or maybe a studio light or something like that. And the colours, the costume colours will just be all black clothes to fit in with the visual of the whole music video. So there's a brief location right here. It's just like a courtyard in an abandoned building which is open to the public. I was thinking about using this abandoned building. I'll be taking pictures, obviously, of it for my evidence for the location essays, and carrying out risk assessments, mainly because of the safety of the actors and the crew members, and to make sure that there's no hazards around this particular place. So this is my brief schedule, week by week. So obviously this is week 1, which I've already started planning. So the next week I'll be following, research. I'll be carrying out research at the second half of the week. In the first half of the week, I'll just carry on with this planning to make it the best I can, so I have a better idea of the image of the actual production. So week 3, carry out important documents. So as I said, risk assessments, location essays, crew members and actors, just things like this. Week 4, I'm planning to start filming, maybe start filming the cinematics as it's the easier bit for now, because occasionally I go out so I can just record them as I go, put the camera in the backpack, start recording. Week following that, finish filming, so the second part of the music video, which is the actual song itself. Start organising editing, so the following week I'll start editing, I'll get all the clips together, make sure I've got everything. Make sure I don't need to re-record anything, so that way I can start editing on the time and finish editing the week afterwards, after I look through all the research that I've done with the special effects and the visual editing. And week 8 and 9 I'll be doing the peer assessments from the audience, and I'll do the evaluation. So that's it. This is just a brief outline, but I went into detail with it.
Sounds good.
It does.
Don't know what hip hop is, or what is it?
What sort of shots are you thinking for your cinematics?
Cinematics. Well, depends kind of. Because I have access to 2 GoPros, so I was probably thinking about maybe fast-paced journey shots to follow with the fast beat of the song. So I can obviously speed that up, so probably that, and maybe just handheld out a window and just record the scenery on the sides, stuff like that.
Okay, I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but for your contextual research, because obviously you're researching technical stuff to do with music video there, what are you going to do sort of artistically to research.
So as in like with visuals.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, like the colour changes. So when I mentioned like when the like a harder beat drops, I can obviously change the colour from black and white.
Who's done that before?
Yeah, I think where
Yeah.
it's coming from, where you get this inspiration
Oh,
from.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
So you could
all
look
the
at
like,
things
three
like
artists
colour
I mentioned.
theory and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
could look at various
Yeah.
artists.
So I can obviously still
Like Joe
research
probably
this.
could tell you some great artists like Kandinsky or someone
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
Kandinsky's
So it's,
brilliant.
it's like what,
Miro,
how colour affects you emotionally.
Tomley's brilliant.
Yeah.
Other than how
Like-
to do it and who's doing it,
Yeah.
you want to know the theory behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that it'll do two things. One, it'll get you really good marks because
Yeah.
you're showing a wider knowledge. But two, it will also influence
Inspire you.
because then it'll think like, what colour am I going to use here, and
Yeah.
why am I going to use it? And then you've got so much
What's-
more to talk
What's
about.
like the meaning
in-
behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, painters painted in the 1920s in blue, like Picasso painted a whole load of paintings in blue. It was all about the fact he was really sad and really depressed and
So it's
things
like
were
the
not
emotion
good.
behind it.
And then
Yeah.
he painted in
So
grey
you can
and
start
black and
mapping
white.
out the emotion
Raw.
behind the song and talk
Yeah.
about why you've used certain colours and all that kind of stuff. And you can do that with confidence then because you know,
And-
well, this is the right colour to use at this point.
Yeah, these abstract artists use most amazing colours. There's no words, there's no images, they're just abstract paintings.
Mm.
But they're really influential in what you're talking about. Hip hop
Yeah.
artists are definitely looking at all that sort
Yeah,
of
you
stuff.
can talk about the marrying of hip hop and
Mm.
Yeah,
art,
yeah.
which would be
It's
quite
just
interesting.
there.
And the other thing is, I mean, which music video directors do you like?
As I mentioned before, like Kendrick Lamar, like
Right.
Eminem and Jay-Z, which I've looked
Oh.
into already.
They're the artists.
They're the artists. Who's made the...
They do.
I haven't
Who
looked
made
into
the video?
I've looked into like younger directors for the first part of my research that I've done in class now, like younger directors to get an idea of what they do as a start and then implement it into mine. Because if I'm gonna direct my own music video, I can then take their way of thinking and implement it into
Who's the
mine.
director for the Eminem video?
I'm not really sure.
So if you can find out who that
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
because if you really like them,
Yeah, so
find
like
out about
research
them.
into specific artists and
Yeah,
then
because
direct
you'll
stuff.
learn.
Eminem does in his music videos. They change colour, don't they? From
Yeah.
Yeah, they
white
do.
to colour.
Yeah.
They've got different special effects as well.
Yeah. So if you find out who's created them,
Yeah.
that would help you, and then you can find out what other videos they've done and whether they've got a similar style in each one.
So not just the artists that inspire you, the directors that inspire you. All this is so important because you can end up with
Because
not
it's big,
not
wide
ending up
world,
with
isn't it?
what you really wanted as a music video. You might have been unhappy with the actual outcome,
Mm.
but if you've shown how you got there
Yeah.
in detail, that will get you a higher mark than the actual.
You know, fashion designers that look at other fashion designers, but also look at painters, musicians. You know, artists are in all genres. They're in the world of art, video, media,
Yeah.
filmmaking.
And
Artists are everywhere.
yeah.
Photography.
It'll
They're everywhere.
all, the
They
more
all
you can
merge.
pull from,
Yeah.
the more.
It's a
Marks
language,
you're
isn't
gonna
it?
get,
The
I
more
think.
you can understand that all these things influence each other, you've got a more, your visual
understanding.
language is better.
More understand of it.
Yeah.
You're talking about wide angle shots there.
Yeah.
We saw the favourite.
Yes. Yeah.
That director specialises in low angle, wide angle shots.
Yeah.
Even looking at that work, even though he's a film director,
You can collage it all together,
It's-
can't
it's
you?
all
Mention
relevant.
it.
yeah.
Well, a lot of film directors have done music videos.
Yeah.
So like
So
John
a lot,
Landis
that's where they
directed,
start, don't they?
Yeah.
A lot
The
of
Thriller video, and
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese directed the Bad video from Michael
Yeah.
Jackson.
so
Yeah.
look into that stuff.
Yeah.
Michelle
But
Gondry.
very good. Well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
Cool.